I purchased some of these feeder cans. You can get them on feedcans.com. Actually, I don't know if you can get them on that website, but it talks about them, and then it's got links to Dadant and Man Lake. If you jump on quick, Man Lake has them for half the cost Dadant does at the moment. They are on sale. I got 40 of them. I seen quite a bit of them in California when I was down there getting my bees on some of the colonies that I passed. And I have a fair amount of buckets that are failing and starting to break, like that one right there. That thing's broke. And I wanted to try something different, so I ordered 40 of these and I'm gonna give them a try. I'm excited to see how they work out. What I do like about them is they fit very snug in these holes that I drilled, and it kind of almost, oh come on, like, I mean, it's perfect. It's those yellow cat ones, but if you just give it just a little bit of a push, I mean, it'll sit there. So I kind of like that idea. I'm not sure how, I mean, that doesn't sit super flush with the board, but I'm hoping that's sealed enough that it won't, you know, bees won't get up underneath there. Gives them plenty of space to get the syrup. Oh, well, I hope that's not a occurring thing. Maybe that lid wasn't on all the way. I don't know. We'll find the flaws as we go here. Oh, now I can't get that out. Maybe I didn't have that on quite tight enough. Yeah, I don't think I had it cross. I had it cross thread. Cross thread's a tight thread. Let's see though. I don't know. I felt they were fairly reasonable cost for what they are. They're 1 gallon. There, it came off. Anyways, I'm gonna give them a try. They'll either work or they won't. Well, it was sunny and 75 degrees. But now it is snowing. And it is April, I don't even remember. April 17th. And it is snowing. It's coming down pretty good. Welcome to Utah. Stupid snow, go away. I was ready for beekeeping season. Went from beekeeping weather back to cold and snow. It's like 31 degrees today, and tomorrow or tonight's low is supposed to be like 20 something, 26. It's supposed to get cold tonight. Looks kind of pretty though. But teasing us, Mother Nature. Well, it is April 18th. It is below 30 degrees. This explains Utah here. We got flowers and we got snow. We didn't get a whole lot, but it is cold. I mixed some sugar up today. I should have videoed it a little bit better, but I want to kind of tell you my process and what I do. So I take this IBC tote. First, I get on iowabees.com, I think it is. It's a sugar syrup calculator. I highly recommend it to anybody who mixes a quantity amount of syrup. You can go in there and type in how many gallons of feed you want, what ratio you want, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, or whatever, and it will tell you how many bags of sugar to add. Not bags of sugar, but pounds of sugar, and then you can decide that. You know, I made a Excel spreadsheet, and I took and I put all the weight of sugar in 25-pound bags, and so I made it I dumbed it way down on my Excel spreadsheet. So if I need 80 gallons to feed a gallon per hive, I can go into that Excel spreadsheet and I can go over to gallons of syrup, and I go to the 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 ratio, and I look at that line, and it will tell me 16 bags of sugar and 50 gallons of water. So when I mix 50 gallons of water and 16 bags of syrup, it will give me roughly 80 gallons of sugar syrup. So as you can see there, it's right at about 75. That's about what I was shooting for, was 75. So it's a little off, but that's fine. I mean, we're feeding bees here. We're not feeding the prince of somewhere. So what I do is I take this IBC tote and I put the water in first. And then I have one of these bucket heaters that I got off of Amazon. You can see that it's just a 5-gallon bucket heater. I plug it in, and I usually let it sit through the night. So you can see it down in there, and I get the water hot. It doesn't have a temperature setting on it, so I just let the water get hot. Then I take it out. Excuse me. I take it out, and then I mix my sugar in it, because then I'm mixing my sugar in a warm / hot water mix, and it's not cold water. I use a good old Milwaukee drill. I use a little prefabbed paddle that I use for my drill. I just keep it right there on the side of the tote, and then I place it next to my sugar. Then I have this little, I actually think it's a aquarium pump. Let me see if I can flip the camera around and show you a little better. So if you can see that little aquarium pump right there, and I just put, you can see that long thing on there, and that I just put that in there, and it just agitates the water, the syrup. See, you can see it over there, and it just, I put that long piece of pipe on there so it would suck it from over here and kick it, over there. But see, you can see that sit there and agitate, and I will leave this heater in and let it get warm again. I won't let it get super hot with this, because I don't want to, well, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if it would break down anything, but I just get it back. I just get it to warm, lukewarm. I don't put a thermometer in there or anything. I just do it. This is what's worked for me, and it's worked. The bees love it. So then after it's mixed in here, I'll let this sit for another day, and it will be almost crystal clear. I will show you when I bring it back, and it will be a beautiful 1-to-1 mixed ratio syrup. I will pick this up with the loader. I will drop that tube into my feed tank on Bluey, open the valve, and boom, transfer all the syrup into the pump and go from there. I'm not feeling the greatest. Kind of feeling a little under the weather, and I'm freezing this morning. I usually don't get cold, but it's 30s, below 30 degrees, and we just had 70-degree weather last week, and now I'm freezing my butt off. I got my beanie on, and it feels like winter time again. Yep, just puttering, trying to get this syrup mixed up and ready to go. I've already fed all my California bees 1 gallon of syrup, and some of them only have a little bit left, and some of them have taken it completely and don't have any left. So they're taking the syrup. The nukes, every single one of my nukes took 1 whole gallon of syrup. They are all completely empty, so I've got to get some more back on those nukes. I gave them foundation, so I want to pump the syrup to them so they can build out that comb. And yeah, hopefully the weather will straighten up here and we'll get rid of this white stuff that is everywhere. I think it's kind of funny that there's snow in this picture, there's flowers in this picture, there's green grass in this picture, there's snow in this picture. And 2-3 days ago it was 70-something degrees. But oh well, welcome to Utah. Here's the syrup after couple hours. See how cleared up it is? You see my pump, see the pipe. Just sits there and agitates. It's looking good.